We're going to get Taivan. A lot of missing. I mean, you need to do all of it, of course, the raids, the quests, the achievements. There is a bit of time gating here, so I have a bit of a problem with fringe benefits. I already did in the past, but then Blizzard came with this achievement and it was like, oh, do it again. 8 days, 1 daily per day. We're right now at Prince in Peril, so after that it's tracked, and after that I have to pause, and after that we can do the rest. Also a big time-gated problem, Wake Me Up, the treasures, the Ruby Gem cluster. You just need to grind the fucking stopped dirt mounds, thousands of them, with shovels, in the hopes that you get the map. You have to hope. If you are not hoping, that also doesn't matter, because it's not going to happen. It's just a stupid grind. And in the meantime, whilst we do the grinding, we're also going to do the challenge courses, the dragon riding races that I haven't done yet. That's hilarious. I was pretty sure that I messed it up. Apparently I didn't. That's cool. Ah, good morning, Alive Element. How are you? I'm doing a bit of old content achievements, grinding and all. I really want to get Taivan. You know, this beautiful big boy. In Dragonflight we had this big dog, Taivan. There is this mega achievement where you can actually get our good boy. I'm pretty sure I can already see him here. Yes, there he is, our good boy. But to gain him, it's just... it's a long road.
The Isles welcome you.
So, we can get the Ruby Gem Cluster map, not only in the Disturbed Dirt Mounds, but also in the Expedition Scout Packs, and it doesn't really matter. We don't have to, just because of the Ruby Gem Cluster map, we don't have to do it in the Waking Shores. We can do it anywhere in the Dragon Isles. So we want something like that, just for the Waking Shores. Well done! Yeah, I'm also kind of unlocking the T2 sets, so I've been grinding a little bit in terms of leveling alt characters. So yesterday I got my 4th to 80. So the nice thing, of course, is if you already have 100 tokens, when you level your alt characters, just do time walking, and you get 2 tokens per time walk, so you can just passively farm all the cool sets. Yeah, there are so many cool mounts. There's also, I'm not sure if you have it, it's kind of ancient at this point. It's called the Lucid Nightmare. Back in the day it was unique. In Shadowlands they added a version of this in white, so it wasn't as unique anymore. I actually might have it. Is it also called a Lucid? Lucid? No, it's not. So it's a white-ish version. I think in Shadowlands you get it in Bastion down here somewhere. It's flying around. You need a special item to jump on top of him. Anyway, so I definitely can recommend the Lucid Nightmare. It's a secret mount in the game. I'm not sure if you have it. There is a long quest chain. It's quite complicated, and you also need to do a sort of randomly generated labyrinth. It's kind of cool, actually. But there's so many cool mounts. It's definitely worth it. There are hundreds of cool mounts in this game. And because you said Priest, Druid, and Warlock, my goodness, the Warlock set is awesome, visual-wise. The Priest set also looks darn good. I mean, they did a fine job bringing those T2 sets back to life.
Join us, and we can see how your skills are coming along.
Honor all dragons.
Yeah, Paladin is awesome, even though I would recommend it later, once you have the Paladin set, you're probably going to notice the legs, this dress-ish leg piece looks a bit off. I would recommend that you consider the open world Paladin, the plate set that you got in Hellowfall, the one that everyone likes. I would recommend that you look at that leg piece. I actually have it on my Torrent transmogged, because it looks awesome, and if you combine it with the T2 set, the new one, this year. So that's the kind of the solution to kind of get around that problem, because from the new T2 set, Paladin, the legs, it's not looking too
Nicely
good.
done. You and your Drake are exceptional.
Go with the aspects.
Yeah, the hive mind. I think that was the mount where you needed all 5, those 5 items, where you had to get 5 people, right? I remember grinding the items, but I never actually did the hive mind, the mount itself, because I lacked the people to summon the mount. Kind of remember that everyone had to do these. At least one of the items had to have them. I think I did all of them, actually. Oh, well done. Invincible, I still never had luck with it. I would like to get Invincible. At this time, actually, I don't really care, because it's just, in comparison with the new mounts, it just looks ancient in terms of the texture quality, in terms of the polygons. I think it looks old. I'd love for them to give us a new Invincible. Maybe we're going to get one eventually. need to be a little bit more conservative with the vigor. I need to get that boost up there.
I never gave up hope.
Yeah, right, the monocles, right. Yeah, and the nice thing is that every person just needed a different one. I mean, I don't actually know, do you by chance know, do we have a new secret mount added with Dragonflight? Or at least maybe the community hasn't found it yet?
We serve once more.
I kind of still remember, if we're talking about rare mounts, back in the day when time walking became a thing. A lot of people, of course, wanted the Infinite Reaver, the mount from time walking dungeons, and I got it like a week or so after it launched, and everyone was like, what the fuck just happened? Because nobody had it. That was kind of hilarious. Yeah, I think also in Dragonflight there were some vendors who had items that were clearly, they had a bit of info text. They seemingly had a purpose, even though nobody has yet figured it out. But then again, there are a lot of secrets in the game, and sometimes they're just so vastly different and seemingly without any connection that it's difficult to see them. Did I actually do the reverse challenge? Oh, I think... pretty sure this is the wrong race. So I have to come in low and then get through here.
I have lived to see them.
Also, if we're talking about old rare content, I'm not sure, are you into pet battles? Because there is a convenient feature of pet battles. It's account-wide. There are dungeons with pets, and if you do them, you from Dalaran have teleports all over Azeroth, account-bound. So, kind of convenient if you want to go somewhere, and you have just any character really. You use your Dalaran Hearthstone, then you'll teleport to the pet dungeon that you can unlock. It's a bit like the feat of strength with the dungeon teleports. It's just account-wide for pet battles. And it's convenient, it's cool. It's also a bit of a problem to get. If you're not into pet battling, you need a lot of pets, certain combinations. But then again, if you're into pet battles.
Our tribe holds a special connection to Wind Eagles, descended from Onara herself. The nestlings and eggs are trapped in our
There are basically
Please,
two big areas that you can do. Wait, what's that? Okay, so first, I would recommend there are pet battle websites that can help you. Give me a second. World of Warcraft pet battle scripts. It's this site here. World of Warcraft minus petguide.com. So that's the website. I would recommend to use such a website. It's just an example. Because it offers you scripts. So you tell the website, for example, where you want to go, and then the website is going to analyze your roster of pets. You need to link your Blizzard account, and then it tells you which pets you have, which pets you lack, which pets you need to level, which abilities you need to take, and then the website is actually telling you what to press in which round. So it's kind of more or less automated. It explains to you how to do the pet battle dungeons, and there is also a big raid. There is a pet raid. It's a celestial raid in Old Pandaria down here on the Timeless Isle. There is the kid here. You can talk to them, and then you need to defeat the great pet trainers in the game. And you get a couple cool pets, the celestial pets. Yeah, super crazy, super cool. Like, you get Eula, Broodling of Yulon, so you get all the Pandarian gods in miniature forms. And again, yeah, you get Xufu, Cup of Zuen, you get Zhao, Cuffling of New Zhao, blah blah. So you get all the gods in mini format, and they're also quite strong. And of course there are those dungeons, and they're quite lengthy. The thing is, you cannot heal in between. So the dungeon expects you to have a specific set of pets for each battle. And then you also need to win the battles, and some of them are really difficult. That's why you need certain combinations. But it's super fun getting into it, and I'd recommend trying it. Also because you get, in the end, all those teleports, and teleports are just mighty, especially with a new character when you don't actually know how to get somewhere. So you get the teleport to every pet dungeon. I'm trying to help. So one pet dungeon is here in the Northern Barrens. I think it's the Wailing Cavern is one pet dungeon. Then you have a pet dungeon below here in Westfall at the Dead Mines. You have another pet battle up here in Strathholm. You have another pet battle in Blackrock Cavern. So the Burning Steps, right in front of Molten Core, you have another pet battle teleport, and you can unlock. And there is one missing that I forgot about. So the pet battle dungeons, you have a normal run that you need to do for the pets that you want, and a heroic version that is it's more difficult, but that one unlocks the dungeon teleports. Also, a small tip. Yeah, there is a lot actually going on with pets, with pet battling. For some reason, most of the community doesn't even know about it, and Blizzard doesn't really advertise it. Just a small tip. If you should ever go into pet battle games, there are a lot of bosses on the world map, and a lot of pet battles where you need to kill one legendary pet, and it's often difficult to beat that. But there is kind of a cheesing tactic that always works, or at least in 99% of the cases. So what you need is you need the Valkyr. The Valkyr has a unique synergy. It's the Unborn Valkyr. If you don't have the Unborn Valkyr, you can get it in Dragonflight. There are certain spots here. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but you can easily find them on the map if you're just looking. You have a filter, just filter for the species that you're searching for. And the thing with the Valkyr is she increases the damage your team does. Because the problem is, with the hard pet battles, you always have a boss that only receives 50% of the damage. So all the damage you do gets halved. And that's obviously a problem, and that's why you need to increase the damage of your attacks. So with the Unborn Valkyr, you use the Unholy Ascension, which means that your next pet is going to do 25% more damage, very mighty, and then you also have a Curse of Doom, which deals 600 damage. So halved, it's 300 plus 25%. But here comes the deal. Here is now the tactic why it works. What you need is something called an ankle render. I think those pets are also from Pandaria. You get them on the Isle of Giants, if I'm not mistaken. There are actually several of them. It's not only the ankle render, it's also the foot slasher and knee biter. Yeah, so the knee biter you can also take. The idea behind the tactic is simple. You have something called Black Claw. And Black Claw, again, adds damage on top of the already 25%. And this here, this extra damage, does not get halved by the boss's invulnerability. So what you're doing is you put Black Claw, so you go only on Unholy Ascension, then you go Curse of Doom. Sorry, no, the other way around. First you do Curse of Doom and then Unholy Ascension, because she sacrifices her life and then she's gone. And then you're coming in with Ankle Render, and then you need to think for a moment. What you want is you want to go first. So if your Ankle Render is faster, you can immediately go for Black Claw. However, if the enemy is a little bit faster, you need to go for Primal Cry first. Because as you can see, it also has synergy reducing the enemy's speed. Then you go for Black Claw, adding more damage on top. And then you go for Hunting Party. And Hunting Party is a 3-round attack that obliterates the enemy. And this tactic here, the Unborn Valkyr and the Ankle Render, if you combine this, you can basically do any fight against a singular strong enemy in 99% of the cases. This is a bit of cheesing tactic. There are a lot of cheesing tactics that Blizzard deleted, nerfed over the years, but this here, never. I think they actually nerfed it somewhat, but it's still superior to any tactic, really. I can show you the tactic. I'm going to search for a pet. It's super easy, and you need 2 or 3 pets. I would recommend to go for 2 Ankle Renders. Sometimes in an extremely difficult fight, an Ankle Render dies before the enemy's dead. But then you can just roll over the enemy with another. Give me a moment. There is a pet battle, perfect. So, here is an example. You have a big boss, a legendary big boss, and any attack you do only does 50%. So what you do, as I said, you put Curse of Doom upon that bugger, and then you go for Unholy Ascension, and then the end will begin for him. 367. Actually a problem, I think. So we're going for the Ankle Render, and as explained, we're going for Primal Cry, so we get the speed superiority. And then we're going to activate Black Claw. And now, as you can see, all of these buffs are going to turn him into mush. And now the Curse of Doom will also strike, boom, almost dead, and again down. And this way, this is a cheesing tactic that you can use on every big boss, and it just obliterates them. It's the best cheesing tactic in the game. Unborn Valkyr, Ankle Render, or again, a Knee Biter also works, same abilities. Hunting Party Blackclaw, instead of Primal Cry, you have Leap, but technically it's the same, but it's only for one round. So Knee Biter is not optimal, it's not ideal, but it can also work.
The waters flow again.
And considering pets, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there are breeds with pets. So there is a speed breed, a balance, and a power breed, and a health. And what that means is that some pets favor, for example, health over speed. However, for certain fights, you want certain breeds. So, for example, there are battles where you need to go faster than the enemy. So you need a certain speed breed. So the website, for example, might tell you double S. So as you can see here, for example, this pet is available. I have an add-on for pets. It's available either in double balance or double health. And some pets are available in double S. So this, for example, is here you can see it. So double S would mean that we have 341 speed versus, for example, the double power in the upper corner is 276 speed. And depending on the battle, it can be important what kind of breed you have. That's also why sometimes before getting the pets, you should search for the specific breed that a guide might tell you to have, just because it makes it much more it makes it easier to win the battle. And as you can already tell, dungeons, raids, breeds, there is a lot with pet battle going on that most people are unaware of. It's a game within a game. It's quite, I wouldn't say complicated, but there is a lot of content that most people are unaware of. You're very welcome.
The Isles welcome you.
It's a bit of a shame. I mean, I occasionally also watch other streamers, but usually they just steamroll for keys or something. I mean, World of Warcraft has so much to offer. It's more than just raids and mythic dungeons. I mean, if we, for example, consider numbers that Blizzard released. So Blizzard occasionally talks about the amount of people playing content, and about 80% of the community had never seen a mythic dungeon before at that point when they unleashed the statistic. So most people play the game without ever diving into endgame. And some things I have the feeling that also sites like Wowhead forget that fact. That the vast portion of the community is more interested in what the game can offer beside endgame content.
Aspects.
Oh, and by the way, if you should decide to get the pets and you want to do the raid, it's time-gated. So per complete victory in the Pandaria pet raid down here, you get 1 token. And I think there are 4 or 5 pets, and you need 3 tokens, I think, to buy a pet. So you can already crunch the numbers. You're going to spend several months farming that. So 1 token per week, and you can only do it once per count / per warbound. So it's definitely time gated, so it's going to take some time, but it's still super cool. It's fun. Yeah, and as you can tell, I have 2,500 pets, so I've been doing this for a while.
Good day to you. Have a good one. See you later.
Oh, and just by the way, the pet dungeons are also time gated. So per pet dungeon on Heroic, you also get a token that you can use to buy more pets or stuff that the dungeon offers, and also you can get 1 per week per account. So all of it is time gated in a typical Blizzard fashion. I also need to admit, so what I'm doing right now, I explained it earlier, trying to get the Taivan achievement. The problem just is it requires us to do the... no, not fringe benefits, one moment. Expansion features across... yes, wake me up. What? No, wait, what is this? This is sabotage. Across the aisle, wake me up. So, it requires us to do an achievement called Wake Me Up. And that requires us to get the gem cluster maps from the Waking Shores. And the problem with that is that the Ruby gem cluster is hidden behind the Ruby gem cluster map. But the Ruby gem cluster map is a random drop from dirt piles and expedition scout packs. The problem is the drop rate is hilariously low. So a lot of people needed to farm thousands of the expedition scout packs. And I would also like time-gated content more than a random drop, because at least time-gated you know you have a 100% drop chance at the end of day, and random drop is just, yeah. You just have to grind for hours on end, as I'm doing right now, hoping that one day it will drop, but yeah, it's a tiny bit annoying. It's especially, I think, kind of a problem that after an add-on is done, so for example Dragonflight is done, I think Blizzard should increase the RNG. For example, right now I'm doing something else with Shadowlands in Zarath Mortis. I'm trying to farm all the old mounts, but for that obviously you need these rare items. You cannot buy them on the auction house. You need to farm them, grind them with random creatures, and yeah, that's also... it's a bit maddening. A lot of people on Wowhead in the comments are flaming because it just takes ages. Random drops of legacy content, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, when the content is fresh, sure, I can understand why Blizzard doesn't want anyone to walk around with it, but once it becomes legacy, they should definitely increase the RNG rate. Concerning legacy content, by the way, so with the most recent patch, I think it was this .5 patch, they nerfed Shadowlands and Battle for Azeroth. They made all the bosses soloable, so some of them are still not easy. For example, the Jailer. You also kind of need to do the mechanics. For example, I'm not sure if you know the Jailer fight. There are holes in the ground. You need to jump in them with the bombs and all. These are still active. But technically, every boss of Battle for Azeroth and Shadowlands is now soloable, if you have the gear, of course. So you probably need at least 610 to have a comfortable experience in there, but at least it's possible. The Dragonflight is still not possible solo. At least if you're not I don't know, a Death Knight maybe. A tanky Death Knight maybe can do it, but nobody else. Also, depending on which kind of legacy raids you want, they added a couple skips. So there is a skip for Garrosh for the Siege of Orgrimmar. When you go into the Siege of Orgrimmar, when you come in on the right side, there is something on the wall that you can click on and will bring you directly to Garrosh. And Jaina, there is also a skip now that brings you directly to Jaina, so you don't need to do the entire Dazalor raid. So you can easily farm the mount. And Jaina these days is quite easy. So some people do the mistake. When you hit her on the ship, she goes on her tour on the ice, where everything becomes hazy and you need to find her. And what you are supposed to do then, now, is you destroy her mirror images. And then she has a cast. And a lot of people interrupt that cast to unlock the last phase, but don't do that. You simply destroy her whilst she has her cast. So you kill all her minions. I think there are 6 of them who are casting these orbs. And then you find the real Jaina, and then you hit her until she's dead. She's still casting indefinitely, but you can survive it. And that makes it much easier by never triggering the last phase, because that one sucks, definitely also solo. But as long as you keep her in the second phase and she has reduced damage, of course. It might take a couple minutes, but that's the safe route to kill Jaina solo.
I have many, many wares.
Also concerning old content, depending on when you tried it, whenever a Blizzard does a level squish or a stat squish, they usually fuck up the legacy content. So those are bad times to do any legacy content. I mean, either it's undertuned as heck and you're lucky and you can one-shot everything, or it's just overtuned. For example, right now, time walking is still extremely overtuned. A lot of people, especially when they're, for example, level 70, they still have the old gear from Dragonflight or earlier, but the game wants them to have higher gear, so they have no hit points, they instantly die. So a lot of scaling content is often broken. There's not much they can do about it, it's just wait until they fix it, I guess. Freezes me, can't break out. No, that shouldn't be a problem. So when you go into phase 2, when you go into phase 2, so when you jump down from the bridge, you do not get frozen as long as you dodge the orbs. So you have to dodge everything that is trying to hit you in phase 2 when you're hunting her mirror images, casting in the circle. And then you just need to get to the main Jaina and also dodge her orbs. As long as she does that, again, her fight was changed. She shouldn't freeze you as long as you dodge the orbs. So that shouldn't be a problem anymore. But again, it's very fresh. It's a week or two fresh at the most, the changes.
The Isles welcome.
So again, Shadowlands raids are kind of easy right now. So for example, on my Paladin, I can solo all of them as Retribution. However, I'm kind of overgeared with 630, so if you're two with your wife together, you shouldn't have any problems. Should be definitely possible. But again, some mechanics you need to care about. So there are some one-shotting mechanics. Wait, we can go through every boss if you... Shadowlands, what do we have here? Nathria, Shriekwing, blah, blah, not important. Keltas, okay, so Sun King, you need to heal, obviously. So the guy stands in the middle and you need to heal him. So as a Paladin, I have my Flash of Light. Another class you just need, or you can also get items to heal him, so it's not a problem. Nothing that can one-shot you there, you can one-shot that bugger as well. Hungering Destroyer also has nothing problematic. She has nothing problematic. The Council can be a problem in Nathria. You get a debuff, and you need to jump. You need to jump to get rid of the debuff. You need to jump or you will be one-shot. So it's still a one-shot mechanic if the debuff runs out, but all you have to do is you jump. And then there is, with the Council, the other ability where everyone needs to dance. So you need to go on a specific spot, and then sachet left, sachet right, go behind. You just follow the instruction and move with the other creatures. And that's it. Just jump and move. Sludge Fist is not a problem. However, I think you still need to... There are 4 pillars. So in a square, and when he does his charge, you need to lure him into the pillars. So you just, if this is the pillar, there's the boss, you tank him there, and then when he does his charge, you just run behind the pillar and he knocks down the pillar, problem solved. Mythic. I'm doing all the old raids on Mythic, so it's not a problem. Again, you can solo them on Mythic, so if you're 2, you can easily do all of it. Shouldn't be a problem. Stone Legion General shouldn't also be a problem. You can ignore the mechanics, so the mechanic usually means that you need to kill stuff, and then bring, you have an ally boss, and you need to bring the stuff from the creatures that you killed to the allied boss. But technically you can skip that, because you can survive the boss's damage. And Sire Denathrius, I would recommend that you kill him in phase 1, so just burst him down. He has a time-gated phase, so you have like 2 minutes or something time. So just burst him down, not a problem. Sanctum Terracre, kind of important. You need to, around the Terracre, there are 4 elites in the area. And when you kill them, you get a buff. An anima buff. And you need to choose the one that gives you an immunity to fear and stun. Because if you're alone or with 2 people, he will constantly stun you and you can't kill him. So you need the stun/fear immunity. That's not a problem. Eye of the Jailer, they also nerfed. He doesn't throw you off the platform anymore, and the 2 ads come to you, so not a problem. The 9, also not a problem, just kill them and move out of the AoE zone on the ground. Remnant of Ner'zhul, he still has his knockback, but you can burst him down or just care for the knockback, so whenever you destroy his armor there is a knockback, so make sure not to get thrown off the platform. The Soul Render, what was he? With Garrosh, right? Right, so the Soul Render is not a problem, however you probably, if you don't have the damage, you need to play his mechanic. There is a lever on the ground and there are ads. And you need to use the lever, and then there is a chain, and you need to snap it once. Previously there were 3 chains to be snapped. They reduced that to 1, and you need to snap the chain, 1 of them, and kill the ads, and problem solved. Painsmith, trivial, none of his abilities will kill you, so not a problem. He's not a problem. Fate Scribe, they also nerfed. So there is still a mechanic on the ground with the rings where you need to run inside a circle, but you can ignore these mechanics because his ability is not a one-shot anymore. Kel'Thuzad, you still need to play his mechanic, so he summons ads, and then you need to go down in his phase where you kill his soul. But they changed the mechanic. When you are solo and go down, there is a dog that will spawn, so he doesn't despawn, so now you can solo him. Just need to care that you kill a soul, problem. And Sylvanas is trivial too. There's nothing that can kill you really. Just play the fight player down. However, in phase 2, so when you're in phase 1, you're on the platform, you fight her, and then you get into this area where you need to walk, where there are 2 groups usually, and you need to walk on these sides and occasionally fight her, and she occasionally tries to throw you down. You need to heal yourself. So she has an overtuned healing debuff that will slowly kill you. So you need a class and ability that can heal you, or just take, I don't know, Warlock health stones or potions or something, because that's overtuned right now. It will definitely kill you. Other than that, Sanctum is not a problem. Sepulchre, he can just focus him down, focus him down, focus him down. So the Artificer, is it actually the big one? No. Ah, it's that one. So you can focus him down, also not a problem. These guys you need to kill at the same time, that's important. Otherwise they will heal themselves and the entire area will be flooded with AoE that will kill you. So the Pantheon, just make sure to kill them all at the same time. He can also do nothing. Halondros, you can, so there's a mechanic, he walks, there's an area, and whenever you bring him to a certain percentage of life, he begins to walk to somewhere else, and he drops a bomb. You can ignore the bomb, however the damage is quite significant even today. On my paladin I have 7 million health, it kind of hit me to 30% I think. So you can choose to ignore it or you just pull death cooldowns. Not a problem. Anduin, they're also nerfed. You do not need to go down anymore. So if you're solo, or if you're 2 people, you can just go, he makes this little 180 degree arc, his black AoE, that usually would pull you into his other dimension. You can just stand in there and nothing will happen, so you can just damage him down. There's nothing really to note here, except when he throws his silence rune, so he throws something away that it comes back in a curve, and that silences you. I'd recommend to dodge that or you can't cast. The Dreadlord's also not a problem, you can just focus them down. He also not particularly a problem, even though if you don't have enough damage he will probably go in his phase 2, where he will become invulnerable and the game wants you to do stuff, but you can ignore that. You don't need to do any of it, you can just wait. It's not deadly for level 80 with gear, so just wait until he comes back and kill him. And the Jailer, I mean, I'm talking about Mythic. Everything below is probably far easier. The Jailer doesn't really have mechanics anymore that you need to care about, except you need to play the bombs. So again, there are holes in the ground, and then you get a bomb. And then game wants you to jump into the ground at roughly 2 seconds, and then a pillar will appear, because he will do a permanent fear, and you need to hide behind the pillar when he does his fear, otherwise you're dead. But beside that, there's nothing to note really. You can easily solo everything here. Again, as I explained, there are some mechanics that you need to care about, but most of it you can ignore.
Honor all dragons. I never gave up hope.
have to be AFK for a moment. The doorbell is ringing. Ay, ay, ay. I'm back. I'm heading off to bed. Thank you very much. Have a good night, have a good day, and until we meet again. If you want, of course, please feel free to recommend me to your friends. Maybe they will find this also helpful. Oh, you already wrote that. Okay. Well, good night.
The waters flow again. I never gave up.
The Isles. I have lived to see them return. I never gave up hope.
I'm a bit confused. Have we never done this? Is this a new course? Because the game is saying that we never done the first one, which would be odd. Pretty sure it did. Yeah, I did, definitely.
The Isles welcome you. serve once more.
Alright, only one race missing, the Marukai Dash, and then we're already done in the Onaran Plains. I don't remember how to open these. So there is a safe way to bypass any lock in the Dragonflight add-on. That's an ability called Mechanism Bypass. It works on every one of these chests, but only one per 2 hours, and I still have half an hour of cooldown, so can't do it right now.
Yes. The Isles have awakened. For Dragonkind.
I'm going to check on something obvious. So I am like a maniac farming the red ruby gem cluster, but what I'm not sure if I maybe already have red gem cluster ruby. Maybe I already unlocked that and forgot about it. Maybe I already had the map. So what I'm quickly going to do is I'm going to get the location where the item should be. And ruby gem cluster. Even though it says discover the treasures, it doesn't say the map. I'm still regardless going to find the location of that item. So the location in the Waking Shores is right there. Yes. Ooh, so it appears that we still... Yeah, we do not have it yet. But we shall see. Maybe over the years I had it and didn't notice.
Admiral's favour, friend. Look always to the sea. Smooth sailing. Ahoy! Safe passage to you. What can I do for you? Keep the wind in your sails. Safe passage to you. Keep the wind in your sails. Smooth sailing. Good day to you. To the sea.
We might actually have to do something here. Waking Dream. Give me a second. Expansion feature. Waking. How to reach Dream on. So treasures it is not. Dream of Seeds it is also not. Adventurer. Special encounters within. Okay, that's the Emerald Dream. We don't need that one. But there was this one achievement across the Isle, Fight Club, Centaur, Into the Storm, Storm Chaser. Storm Chaser in every region, really. Below, Firestorm, Snowstorm, Sandstorm. Defeat creatures empowered with whatever during a storm. Does this count as a storm? I'm not sure. I don't think so. That's not a storm. No, that's not helpful. So if we, as expected, do not yet have the Ruby Gem Cluster map, we're going to continue to Taldrazus, all the Dragonflying races, and in the meantime trying to find as many disturbed dirts, so Expedition Scout Packs, as we can.
There are more whelps at the shrine that could use your guidance in their training.
Yeah, so as expected, we do not have the map, so we need to grind it. We need the Emerald Gem Cluster, damn it. Yeah, that's going to take a while. It's a grind. It's RNG, there's nothing you can do about it.
Aspect's grace shine down on you. Never gave up hope.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't like that race. It's too long, too many obstacles, too many crashy, blocky sites where you can lose yourself. So before we do anything else, we're going to go for the Amber Gem Cluster, because the maps that we get with the grinding of the dirt piles and expedition packs can randomly spawn one of the maps we need. So I want to finish all of these we already get, so we can finally get the one in the Waking Shores that I'm actually after. It disappeared. Perfect. So when you press on it, hover your mouse over it, it's gone. That's not cool. Here is, so back in the day I remember, as you could have seen on the map, there is a recipe that also drops for jewel crafter, but obviously the recipe is no good for us since we are not a jewel crafter. But now we just get apparently the cluster, and we can use our system design to place crafting orders to get the toy, even if we're not a jewel crafter, by just utilizing the soul-bound item that we just received.
The Isles welcome you. To see them return.
Yeah, that's Jover. We like vigor. Might have to do that one without tapping the UI away, simply because it's much easier if I can keep the vigor better in check.
The waters flow again.
Ah, that was a misclick.
We serve once more. I never gave up hope. The Isles have awakened.
So next up is the Garden Gallivant.
The waters flow once more.
That was close. Oh, thank goodness. I don't like that route as well. Reverse will be fun going up. Probably need 3 or 4 charges for that one. Where do we even need to go? There's no I mean, probably a bit low, but there's no indication to go that way. Seriously though, where do I have to go? What the heck? I might have to play without the first-person view because this race, I'm not sure if it's buggy, but sometimes these gold lines just disappear into the ground, and if I don't have the proper overview, it's just not going to happen. Okay, at least we now know it's up, not down.
Welcome. It has been so long.
I can't be right. That's buggy. It's actually buggy. That's hilarious. Because we're not dragonflying. Yeah, we're normal. That's definitely a bug. Because we're right now flying normally. That's not supposed to happen. We're supposed to be dragonflying.
The Isles have awakened.
Oh, thank goodness. That was terrible. Interestingly enough, though, we got 4 seconds more in reverse, probably because the up tour is terrible, but still. Yeah. Not my favorite. I was already wondering where the third one is that I couldn't see on the map, but if we zoom in, it's here in Tierhold, because we have still 3 missing.
We've hunted the watertight hides of the creatures here for ages. Would you mind adding a few more to our stores?
I have many, many wares. May your feet find good trails.
The waters flow once more. Honor all dragons.
I don't like that as well, but the timer is good, so not a problem.
The Isles have awakened. I never gave up hope. It has been so long.
Okay, that was a second too early. That's not going to work out.
We safeguard the islands.
Oh, it's buggy again. I'm not dragonflying, I'm actually normally flying.
The waters flow once more.
Corner bush of shame. My goodness, I mean the pixels. Blizzard always wants players to be able to count the pixels, to truly experience the artwork of putting 20 pixels of teal-ish blue to 20 pixels of green. I mean, come on Blizzard, can you maybe make high quality textures? Is that possible?
aspect's grace shine down on you.
Not my favorite boss.
Waters flow again.
Seriously? I mean, you saw that, right? I was full. Are you kidding me?
The Isles welcome you. We serve once more.
I have no idea how this works. Second wind, because if I press it, nothing happens. Maybe we need 0?
I never gave up hope.
Said you cannot use that during a race, so we cannot use that ability. Yeah, sure. And I mispressed. Obviously we need to go up, not forward.
I have lived to see them return.
look at... Come on, game. Oh, I don't like this phrase. Ay, ay, ay.
Aspect's grace.
As the reverse should be easier because the hardest part is in the beginning. When you go up. I mean, down now. Yeah. Reverse is easier than challenge. Ay.
Great fish gather in droves. Go, gather meat for us and bring back stories of your exploits.
Interesting. For reverse, we got 63 seconds. So for reverse, we get more, even though it's easier. That's ridiculous. Alright, so is... I can't find the Sapphire Jump Cluster, I have no idea where it is. I'm going to use a search engine.
I sense powerful magical energy in this area. See what you can discover about it for me.
The magic surrounding this area has gone wild. This untamed instability is a threat to our allies. Do what you can to restore order.
This would have been the perfect opportunity to give us a mount that can fish. A Tuska mount. You know, a mammoth that can fish for the Tuska. Are you on top of the mammoth? Bugger off with your Naran planes. Give me the Waking Shores. Damn it.
The magic surrounding this area has gone wild. This untamed instability is a threat to our allies. Do what you can to restore order.
I sense powerful magical energy in this area. See what you can discover about it for me.
I have lived to see them return.
the stalagmite of pain. It's not a stalactite. It's quite easy to remember if you know what to.
We serve once more.
Stalactites, hang down.
May the
And
waters
stalagmites
protect you.
rise up. Very hard to remember.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles.
Zakali! Crush these puppets of the aspects! I require every last suffused ingot and molded metal for our bargain with Farak. Do not let these thieves interfere!
So in terms of challenge ones, we still have a lot to do. We have to do the entire Azur span, then we have to do the Forbidden Reach, then the Emerald Dream, and the Zarlek Caverns. So 3 full areas and the rest of this one.
Aspects good. waters flow again.
My bush of shame is always close.
The Isles have awakened.
It is a bright day with exceptionally favorable winds. A perfect day for a race. Excellent work. I can see that the...
Still gold, even though we had a major fuck up. Not bad.
Until we meet again. I never gave up hope. We serve once more.
Oh, I don't like these long races. If you make a mistake or something, oof. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, 90-second races should be forbidden. Just don't.
These gnolls have been harassing us for generations. It pains me, but their chieftain must be taken out.
What's this? Another curious mind? Light lead you on your quest for knowledge.
Everything has a price. Time is of the essence.
Unbelievable. Another Anaran. I don't want Anaran planes. Bugger off. Oh, this is an outrage. Okay, so we go Anaran planes. We already have one active. Do that. Activate the next one, and then we should be done. Then the last one remains in Urspan. No, not the Urspan. Sorry, the Waking Shores.
I have lived to see them return. Aspect's grace shine down on you.
out, I'm often using skyward descent to propel forward, but it's quite risky, especially since I have to nosedive always down, so we regenerate vigor. But of course, if I'm too close to the ground, we're going to stop entirely, which is a problem.
Flow again.
Gotta go AFK for a couple minutes.
I have many things that might interest you.
Oh, good day, young one. Your tale will be remembered. Pass my stories along. Now, you be careful out there. What? Goodbye. Yes. All right then.
it is time for me to go. Oh, interesting, half an hour without getting kicked from the server, that's rare. We shall continue our Taiwan skydiving races challenge. I'm not sure of today. Yeah, I'm probably going to at least do this one here today, but anyway, we shall meet again.